I'm an artist, and recently I traveled to Morocco and I fell in love with the places I visited. From the beautiful mosques, the rich vegetation, and how vibrant and alive the cities are with its kind people, I was sure I had to dedicate a whole series on this trip. I especially loved the Koutoubia mosque and was fascinated by the horse carriages, so I knew that's where I had to start. So first, let me show you how I painted the Koutoubia mosque. In my previous video, I painted the sunset, so here I started by painting the base of the Koutoubia. And this is also where things started to be a bit harder than I expected because I painted the base color a bit too dark and I spent the next few sessions trying to correct it. My vision for this painting was to have the stones of the mosque reflect the light in the way they do in reality. If you ever visit the mosque in person, you will notice that some of the stones are whiter and shine brighter than the others, which makes the mosque look kind of magical. That's why I started by painting some whiter stones, but I didn't like how it looked, so I painted over them with a light yellow instead. Then it was time to start painting the gelige. That's the name of the decorative mosaic you will find everywhere in Morocco. It was so satisfying to paint every little square, except I didn't like how it looked from far because it was drawing too much attention to the painting. I tried to make the lines a bit more blurred so the details looked like they were coming from far away. To do that, I took a paper towel and just dabbed on it. The next mistake I made is I did the shadows of these windows a bit too dark, and I realized it was attracting too much attention again, so I had to correct it. And if that wasn't enough, well, guess what I did next? I did the outline too dark again, and it ended up looking like little flames. So at this point, I was ready to give up. So this is where I'm at in the painting today, and I've been kind of measuring to make sure that it's straight, and I realized that actually it's going a little bit like this, so I'm gonna have to fix it. It would have been a lot smarter of me to use the ruler since the beginning to save time, so I'm definitely not making that mistake again. Next, I started to paint the arches and really detailed parts, which were pretty hard to do. By the end of this, I was tired and decided to take a break halfway through. I had been craving matcha ice cream for so long, and another place we went to had a broken ice cream machine, which made me so disappointed. So we went to this place downtown and my craving was wholly satisfied. Comment down below if you also love matcha. We then had a little picnic in the park, and then it was time for me to get back to work. I really love adding highlights. I feel like it brings so much dimension to everything. Okay, so next I started painting the final tower, and apparently I completely forgot to press record for this part, but that's okay because it was just the base. And I tried to keep a little part of the sky peeking through the window like in real life. Guys, I'm not even exaggerating when I say that every time I had to paint over the sky, I wasn't breathing. At some point, I was holding my breath so much that I started getting dizzy, and I was like, okay, I need to just sit back and analyze if what I did is even right. I feel like you only see your mistakes when you look at a painting from far away. If you're painting tiny details from super close, you won't see if you painted something crooked or got the wrong color. In a piece like this, each little detail matters so much, especially when you see it all come together at the end. You realize it was worth the effort to get it perfectly how you wanted. For the tiniest details, I found this pointy brush really useful because it kept its shape really well and was able to pick up a lot of paint. The last day that I worked on the mosque, I really wanted my vision of the lighter stones reflecting the light to come to life. Since I noticed I wasn't getting the results I wanted with a paintbrush, I decided to use a palette knife so I would be able to apply thicker paint. I was so scared to ruin the painting going into this, but I thought, if I don't try this now, I'll never know if this is what it takes to get the results I want. I'm so happy that my fear didn't hold me back because the results with this one speak for themselves. Maybe I went a little overboard with the amount of lighter stones I did, and maybe I got carried away, but I don't know. Comment down below what you think of the final results. In my next video, I'm gonna be painting the horses and the garden, so please subscribe so you don't miss any of that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!